Alright guys, here goes nothing. It's time to get started on this thing, man. I'm excited about it. It's far from less than perfect environment, but hey, I got a roof over my head now. It's a little 20 by 40 shop that I threw up with a 11-foot lean-to out the back. Anyway, my buddy Ty's gonna see this, start laughing. He always getting on me about running extension cords, but you gotta use what you got, and that's where I'm at right now, trying to get this done on a budget and get to working on it as soon as possible. This may be kind of hard to hear, but I'm gonna try to catch some footage today of lining this body up on this 1940. I'm not a body man. I've done I've done a couple of paint jobs over the years. It's been a long time ago, but I never was that good at it. Anyway, we're gonna take a swing at it anyway and do what we can. It's gonna be a race car. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like my dad used to say, I'm not building the grand piano here. So yeah, check this out, man. I got my gimbal hooked up to my tripod. Got extension cords running everywhere. Of course, I got my helper right here, Red Bull. It works, baby. Got to use what works. Anyway, inside this thing, it's got these pads. I'm gonna take these pads off. Try to get these doors to fit a little better. And once I do that, obviously I got a lot of work to do in through here, where the tree fell on it. Prior to me having it, it's going to be a lot of work, but I think it's going to be fun. I'll enjoy it. I'm sure I'll get tired of it and frustrated, but we're going to get it done. So, that being said, I'm going to come over here and set this thing up on a gimbal. Try to get some footage. See what happens. Ozark Mountain Garage, baby. Alright guys, so I'm probably filthy, but it's all good. Anyway, just going to show you what I got done today. It took a long time. I got some video that I'm going to attach this video to, try to put them together. Anyway, stripped the doors down on the 1940 and pulled all the windows and stuff out. Just trying to get them to line up a little bit. The driver's side turned out pretty decent. Let me show you. Pull this out. Got the center section pulled out, a bunch of junk. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll continue updating you. Hopefully I can get these doors fitting better and get this thing massaged in to where the door closes and it's sealed up, somewhat sealed up. Then I can start trying to smooth this out a little more, grind this wire stuff off that they use to pull it out, and get in here on the inside and clean that up a little better. So anyway, that's where we're at for today. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get a lot more done. Alright guys, no, I'm filthy, but anyway, been working on finishing the disassembly of the 1940, the Moonshine Express, baby. Anyway, just going to show you a little bit where I'm at. Here we go. Got all the fenders off, got it stripped down to where it's just about ready to pull off the frame. I'm not going to do that yet because I've got some issues with the body where the tree fell on the top, and so yeah, I got my fenders over here, rear fenders, gas tank, trunk lid, front fenders with the headlights and blinkers on, little grill piece, mounting bracket for the radiator, got the hood, rear bumper. So as you can see, it's pretty well stripped down. But yeah, what I've got going on, what I believe is going on, let me close these doors and I'll show you. So I've massaged this hinge here back out a little bit, so I've got a little bit of a gap all the way around here. It was completely tight. My thought is that up here on the top, when that tree fell, it shoved that door forward on this side because it hit mainly on this side. And somebody else has done most of the pulling it back out, and I believe it pulled out too far, so I started pushing this back in and using a strap to pull from this piece over to the other side, trying to pull it in some. But as you can see, with this door closed, I mean, it's still got a huge gap down here, probably an 1.25 inches, 1 3/8, something like that. Come around to the other side. I worked on it first. It wasn't as bad, but with it closed, I mean, it's pretty close. It's not bad at all. So my thought is, I apologize for the quality of this video. It's probably not going to be all that good because I'm holding just my phone in my hand. But my thought is right in here on both sides is the bend point. It looks like it's flared out a little bit. So what I'm going to do is try to get in here and pull from side to side. Try to pull these sides in. I believe it's well, I can see from there it's definitely pushed out on that side. Yeah, so once the doors are closed, you can see where it's bellowed out in the middle there. So I'm going to try to pull those in and see if I can't get these doors to fit a little bit better, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, I want to show you what I did. I actually came in here, put the strap on it, sucked it in, and put me a cross brace in here, and just welded that on each side to help hold it in. It definitely made a difference on the door fitment. That looks good. The upper gap, all that stuff, everything looks good, but I pulled it in just a little too far. You can see right in here, this piece here is in too far. So what I'm going to do, let me show you the other side. I'll explain that to you. You can see this other side too. It really just cleaned up that gap. Nice. Of course, this door will come out just a little bit when you put some weather stripping in there. But yeah, so that's what I was looking to do. I had a feeling that the sides were pushed out from when that tree hit it, and that definitely is doing the trick. But what I'm gonna have to do, I've got it pulled in a little too far. I welded, just did a little quick spot welding where that was starting to split. That's the way it was when I got it. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I need to allow this to come back out about 1/4 inch to 3/8 of an inch. So what I'm going to do is come back in here, and I'm going to cut this and let that open up a little bit until it's where I want it, and then come back and weld that gap up, and hopefully have the fitment that I need. Because this, see where this needs to come out a little bit. The door needs to come out a little bit, so when I let this come out, hopefully that'll line up a little better, and we'll be closer to where we need to be. Alright guys, so this is the end result for now. This should be the end of the build series number 1. Going to be many more to come, evidently. So this is where we're at. We got everything stripped down except for the doors and the rear end, taking off the frame, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Look how well that door fits. I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but man, I like it. I think it looks decent, good enough for me. Again, it's a race car, so not building the grand piano, but the lines look pretty good. Yeah, what I wound up doing on the inside here, I was going to, I'm sorry about that light. I was going to cut that top one, but I decided to weld another brace in the middle because it was fitting really well in the center and the bottom. But it was still tweaked at the top. The inside of the door was, the top of this door here was pushing in on this, causing it to push out in the middle quite a bit. So yeah, I went ahead and welded a brace on the inside there, on the bottom, before I cut the top one loose, and then just scabbed on an extra piece of metal. And I brought it back out because the first time I did it, it was too tight. and wasn't lining up the way I wanted it. But yeah, really happy with the way it's turning out. I mean, I'm not a body man by any means. I'm a fabricator, so. But anyway, yeah, I'm happy with the way that's turning out. That'll work for me. Still got a lot left to do, you know, smoothing it out. We'll do some body work. But my main thing is getting the doors to where they'll open and close and not be all hanging out the bottom. I mean, the bottom's nice and tight. Up there where it's been beat up a little bit needs to be massaged a little more. But even if you come around this side over here, man, this side came out really nice, good and tight. This one wasn't too bad to start with, but it opens and closes nicely. Doesn't take much to you know, it just closes right up. And yeah, it looks good, man. For a 1940, I'm happy with it. Didn't have to replace any of the hinges. So now that I got the doors fitting, next step is probably going to pull the doors off. I need to pull the wipers and the windshield out of it. I'm trying to think, and then I should be ready to take the body off. Once I get the body off, I'm going to mark where all the make a note of where all the body mounts are. And then I need to get the frame over and see what the different elevations are and width for the body mounts, where everything mounts up, so that I can get it sitting the way I want it to. I mean, what's cool about this 40 is that, you know, it sits down over the frame already. So I'm not sure how that S10 is going to fit, but I definitely want the body setting low. And you know, I want the tire tucked up into the fender well. But yeah, these big old fenders, man, you got lots of room. Looking forward to putting either a huge single turbo. Ideally, I'd like to have dual turbos. Just depends on how the motorhome cell goes out there. How that goes. I just got the ACs working, and I need to put some carpet in it, but I'm going to sell that diesel pusher out there. Anybody knows someone that would be interested, let me know. Doesn't have any slide outs, but it's got a, what is that, turbo diesel, 300 horsepower turbo diesel with a diesel generator that pushes out the front. Nice motorhome, man, 1995, nice motorhome. It's a bus, it's like 38 feet long, cool deal. You can pull, I think you can pull like 5,500 pounds with it. So yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna back to the 40 here. I'm to the point now to where I'm, now that the doors are closing good and I've got some braces welded up on the inside, kind of keeping it sturdy. I've still got quite a bit of sheet metal to cut out yet. But yeah, it's getting close. I'm gonna be pulling this body off soon, and then I'm going to keep the dash. The firewall is probably going to be flush with the dash, and then the driver's seat's going to be back. You know, should be back a little ways there, because I'm bringing the motor 12 inches farther back than what it was originally designed for. I want to make a street rod out of it, or I should say a race car, to have fun. I don't expect to be, you know, competitive in it anytime soon once I get it built, because, you know, I don't have deep pockets and I'm not that pissed off at my money. So I'll build it so that I can have fun with it and maybe win a few races and go from there. And if this goes well, then in the future I'll build a total tube chassis like you would with a oh, what do you call it? Can't think of it off the top of my mind, but off the top of my head. But anyway, that's where we're going with it. So let me take you inside real quick, show you over here. I picked up some 2" by 3" 3/16 tubing so that I can front half the S10 frame. So here I've got some tubing, piece of tubing here, and I'm going to wind up cutting off all the dead weight on the front. Oh, I know what, I was thinking of Pro Mod. I'm doing a total tubular chassis for a Pro Mod style race car, but yeah, I don't see myself doing it anytime soon. I like fabricating, but I don't know that I want to build one from scratch, even though I'm pretty close here. I'm only going to use the midsection of this S10 frame. But yeah, there's some 2x3" tubing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wind up cutting this thing right in here, right in this area on both sides, running this 2x3" tubing, getting rid of all this junk in through here, and then I'll weld some tabs on and use the strut, and then have the part of the roll cage, the chrome moly coming out here and diving down into the tubing here, and have a coupling and a strut tied into that, or shock I should say. Strut shock, yeah, it's got the spring and shock, so I guess it'd be considered a strut. But then I've got to get my pinion angles all right, and I'm hoping, like I say, I want to set this motor back about 12 inches. Probably going to have to get a different transmission, the Turbo 400, but the side's been busted out, didn't weld, the tabs are broke on it, so I'd really like to have a power glide, but not sure, going to have to do some research there. It's going to depend on my finances, you know, where it runs out. But yeah, this LM7, basically LS platform, it's already got some goodies inside of it, so really looking forward to the build, and I'll keep you guys up to date. If you're watching this, please like and subscribe here at Ozark Mountain Garage. I've got my logo over here. This is pretty close to what I'm looking to do for a logo. Have some shirts and hats made up. OMG, baby, Ozark Mountain Garage. The O is going to be a big fat tire in the back. The M's supposed to represent the mountain, and then the G is it's got the shape of another tire, a pissed off G, with his teeth showing. Getting on it, baby. Let's do it. All right. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you.